ARK Invest is out with its big ideas of 2025. There are 11, all related to technology. Joining us now with more on her 2025 strategy and how tech could perhaps get caught in the crossfire of President Trump's trade moves, Cathie Wood, CEO and CIO of ARK Invest. Welcome, Cathie. Good to see you. I guess I would start by saying, for one thing, you know, the market has seemed pretty captivated by a lot of these disruptive technology themes, whether it's the AI infrastructure build out. Obviously, crypto has had an incredible run. Now, Tesla naturally had been on a roll in terms of excitement about autonomy and robotics. So what do you feel is left? What are the ripe ideas that you would like to be positioning for at this point?
Well, I think that the AI movement has just begun. And, you know, we've been moving away from more hardware-centric tech, infrastructure and so forth, towards software. Palantir is a very expensive stock, but there's nothing like it in the software space. It is, we believe, going to dominate the biggest part of the tech stack when it comes to AI, and that's the platform as a service part of the stack. So very excited. And again, if you think about the AI revolution, we are today where we were when it came to the internet in the early to mid 90s. So again, we've just begun, and so we have miles to go. And then, of course, the applications. Tesla, not only do we have robotaxis, but now humanoid robots. And so to give you a sense of slowly, then all at once, we certainly think with Tesla, robotaxi is this year. I know that Elon's been saying that it was going to be just around the corner for the past 6 or 7 years, and we thought it would be sooner, but it is here. That is a huge opportunity. What's happening faster than we expected is the humanoid robot opportunity. Tesla in the public markets, certainly Figure AI, Aptronic in the private markets. We own those in our venture fund. So lots of excitement around AI.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned, of course, that, you know, you thought that the autonomous implementation for Tesla might have happened by now. I mean, obviously, you know, there have been these optimistic projections. I was looking back in 5 years ago on your website, you thought that 2024 Tesla car sales would be 3.2 million as your bear case, and they were 1.8 million. So obviously, it's hard to project 5 years forward. Why is the world ready to pay up for many robots, actually?
So that time period is very important, Mike. Did we know about COVID? Our forecasts hinge importantly on unit growth, and everything stopped during COVID.
Yeah.
I think in terms of our forecast on EVs, we were much closer to the mark than most other analysts out there, certainly in terms of surprises relative to expectations, which drove the stock importantly. One other thing, just in terms of big ideas, I think the most underappreciated application of AI is healthcare. I think healthcare is responsible for an incredible amount of storage out there right now. Data is the name of the game. And healthcare, we've got 37 trillion cells in our body, and they're going to be sequenced as we're looking for cures. And so while robotaxis might be the biggest application short-term, $10 trillion in the whole ecosystem over the next 5 to 10 years, we think the most profound application is in healthcare, and that it will lead to curing disease. It already is.
The market seems to, whenever it does kind of get enraptured with these big themes, want to have kind of a bellwether clear play, whether that was certainly Tesla in EVs, NVIDIA in the AI infrastructure build-out. Is there something comparable in the medical applications of AI?
Well, I think you have to look at the sequencing technologies. That's where it's starting. So the Illuminas, the PacBios. But in terms of research in AI, there are a couple of names. Recursion Pharmaceuticals has just in 1 year, thanks to AI, and I think 1,500 GPUs, so very few relative to what we're seeing elsewhere, has driven the average number of hypotheses per researcher for new drugs up tenfold in just 1 year, from 20 to 200 per researchers. So we think that research and discovery is going to be impacted incredibly. And we also think that phase 1 and phase 2 drugs, which get very little love in the marketplace these days, especially phase 1 and anything preclinical, that now that AI is speeding everything up, we're going to see more value placed on those because the number of failures is going to drop and the time to market is going to accelerate. And we think cures are going to increase the value of patents, and this is not what the traditional world thinks, by anywhere from 2 to 20-fold. Because if we're curing disease, then we won't be falling off patent cliffs. And I do see Illumina getting hit today by the China announcement overnight. Illumina is the premier short-read sequencing company, and that's going to be very important in the blood tests that help us discern whether we have cancer or whether it is recurring.